the name of the country Iraq, but maybe you hear in the second name called Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia means the land between two rivers, Euphrates and Tigris. When Euphrates and Tigris meeting together near Basra, it was their Garden of Eden and also their big tree, they call it Adam tree. In Iraq, civilizations, from the oldest to the newer, Sumerian, Akkadian, Babylonian, Assyrian. The name of the site here, Ur. Ur, capital of the Sumerian. Here are three periods. First period called Al-Ubaid period, 4000 years BC. Second called Jamdat Nasr period, 2900 years BC. Third called the beginning of the dynasties period, 2800, 2400 years BC. Sumerian civilization important because the oldest and Sumerian who putting the beginning of the writing in the world. The writing in the beginning pictures and the kind of it iconographic, and after that came second writing called cuneiform letters. Cuneiform also during the time of the Sumerian. After that 50 years came other writing in Egypt called hieroglyphic writing. Also here man who putting first law in history, and his name King Urnamo, before Hammurabi about 300 years. But Hammurabi more famous than Urnamo because Hammurabi he collect his laws in obelisk and increase the laws. Urnamo who wrote first law which contained 31 legal paragraphs, and Hammurabi 282 paragraphs. Highest building in the site, Ziggurat of Ur, built during third dynasty of the Sumerian, 2113 years BC. For worship, temple of the moon god. In the Sumerian language, they called God Nana or Nanar. In Babylonian language, called Sin. In English, it means moon god. The original height of the Ziggurat is 26 meters. Now, 17 meters, 25 centimeters. So Ziggurat in the beginning, is 3 solid levels and temple on the top. And except temple on the top, room, hollow, but the 3 levels solid. Here, imaginary picture to the Ziggurat. So Ziggurat in the beginning like in this picture. First level from base, length 62 meters and half, width 43 meters. Second level, length 36 meters, width 26 meters. Third level, length 20 meters, width 11 meters. Temple on the top, indicated just for the height of the temple 5 meters, 55 centimeters, and except the temple, I said you room, but the levels, other levels solid. In the Ziggurat, many small holes. Putting those holes for 3 reasons. First, this solid structure and inside mud. So when having rain in winter, some of the drops of the rain enter inside the wall from mud. So the drops of the rain go out from those holes, drainage. Second, wind enter inside the wall, and this helps the wall to become dry easily, and in order the moisture not affected in the wall. And third, the material here between the bricks and the beginning tar. So they're putting the whole joints for expansion. Like now they lay joints in the railway line and the big building for expansion. Here is storage. They use storage, and later they change the building and they use it temple called Nen-Mach. Temple, the name of the temple is Dublan-Mach. Built same time of the Ziggurat during third dynasty of the Sumerian, 2113 years BC. But some parts rebuilt later during the New Babylonian time, 605 years BC. And here arch, small arch, but one of the oldest non-standing archway. So the arch original, but above arch, a putting layer of cement later, and the front rebuilt, just the front. foundations there, temple called Geek Parko, built during the time of king called Amarson, 2047 years BC. Big courtyard in the temple, and the excavator found in the courtyard objects for different times. That is the reason the excavator, they thought, the beginning of the personal museums, because things for different times in one place, in one level. Square building there, Royal Palace, and second name Shulgi Palace. Total area, length of the city, one side, one side 4 kilometers and second side 5 kilometers, and width between 1 kilometer and half 2 kilometers. Behind Royal Palace, royal tombs under the ground. Tombs of common. The excavator found more than 2,000 tombs. So this is common. Common just in hall. But the royal tomb, no, different. Room under the ground. And common person, they buried him just one person. But the king, when he died, they put him with him, the servant and the guards of him. The city surrounded by two walls. This one of the walls, which called Igeshirgal, is the sacred wall. So the sacred wall around the temples, royal palace, royal tombs, and they're part of the sacred wall. Other parts not excavated, and some parts excavated but from mud and erosion affected in it. Second wall, big wall, around all the sides. One of the excavators found some parts of the wall near the Bed Road, and home of Prophet Abraham between the two walls. But the two walls not same time. Sacred wall older than the big wall. Sacred wall during third dynasty of the Sumerian, 2113 years BC. Second wall later 605 years BC. And the city, the end of it, 500 years BC. And the reason they abandoned the site 500 years BC, because the water of Euphrates River shifted. That's the reason I abandoned the site, because not water, because the water of Euphrates River shifted. Now we're going there to the royal tombs. The beginning of the excavations, 1850, William Lord. Second excavator called Tyler, 1852. Third excavator called Campbell Thompson, 1918-1919. But the scientific excavations start here for 12 years, 1922-1934. Excavators from 3 countries, one of them from British Museum, his name called Sir Leonard Woolley. Second excavator from Pennsylvania Museum, and Iraqi excavators. This is the beginning of the scientific excavations. Before that, all the excavators, they made pit here and pit there. But the team who excavated 1922-1934 excavated home of Prophet Abraham, royal palace, royal tombs, and they found the important things like the golden heart, golden helmet, and also they made the site famous because they print some books about the site. One of the books called Ziggurat and its surroundings, volume 5. Second book, Willy excavations at Ur. Third book, Ur of the Chaldeans, and later they print other book in Pennsylvania Museum. The name of the book, Treasures from Royal Tombs of Ur, and other books. In 1961-1963, Iraqi excavator, his name called Dr. Taha Bakr. Tomb of common person.
It's really low.
Yes.
Average person.
So the excavator found the skeleton of the person inside, and beside him they putting food, drinks.
Oh, really?
Yes. But the excavator, he thought the person who buried here may be important, and maybe he had a relationship with the king, because they put him inside the border of the royal tombs. So this, but not king. But there's the tomb of the king. Yeah, this is the king. A big difference between the tomb of the common and the king.
Oh. Holy. Nice. Wow. Going down there?
Yes.
Wow. That is pretty spooky. Hey, you stand right there, dude. It's gonna be a good ass picture.
How old is
Bam.
Yeah.
how does that
Hold
on just
royal tomb of the second king in the third dynasty, his name King Shulgi. The excavator found the skeletons of the king in chamber here, and beside king they putting food, drinks, weapon, golden dagger, some of the servants and the guards with him, and the rest of the servants and the guards of the king other side. of King Shulgi, deep of the tomb 5 meters 55 centimeters, length 10 meters 70 centimeters, width 4 meters. Beside tomb of King Shulgi, tomb for the servants and the guards of the king. And that other royal tomb, tomb of King Amarsen. And near tomb of King Amarsen, you can see the original writing there still to this time, the kind of its cuneiform. During excavations 1922, the excavator found tomb of a queen called the Queen Shabad, second name Queen Fuati, but the material of the royal tomb from mud. So when excavated the tomb, after some years rain and the wind, erosion affected in it. Around tomb of Queen Shabad, the excavators found skeletons for 59 persons, skeletons for the servants and the guards of the queen, and in the tomb of her they found a musical instrument, golden harp, height of golden harp 1 meter 10 centimeters.
Did you?
Silver boat. Sorry, this is the front of the golden harp. This is just the front of the golden harp. Wow.
Is that not amazing?
Silver boat and a golden basin. Silver boat, I found it near tomb of king called Miss Calamdor.
The boat made of silver?
Yeah, not for using. Just,
Still.
golden god from gold but covered by shells. And the excavator found standard of war in war, standard of war in peace.
And that's all in her tomb?
They found it all in the royal tombs.
Okay.
The standard of war in war, the material of the standard from shell, lapis lazuli and red limestone. So that's the reason still for 1,000 years, because not from a cloth. The standard of war in war, animal full courage. Second picture, animal walking. Other pictures, animal running. Enemies under courage, man behind courage and carrying weapons. This means that they use courage in the war like chariot. And second thing, this is standard, this cover the Sumerian, they try to make movement for pictures, like film, picture beside picture. Standard of war in peace, they prepare to make picnic sitting on the chairs and drinking something. So, Genesis chapter 11, 31 to chapter 14. Here one of the pages from the Bible and speaking about journey of Abraham. The first letter here you are. So this house rebuilt on original foundation, but floor, drainage, original. In the Bible they indicate that Prophet Abraham born and lived in Ur and then immigrated to the land of Canaan, Haran, Egypt and died in Hebron. His age when he died, 175 years, but his father Tarih died in Haran and his age when he died 205 years, and indicated that in Genesis chapter 11, 31 to chapter 14, 16. courtyard no roof, but the roof of the rooms around the courtyard, the roof of the rooms from wood, reeds, and mud. In the rooms, the excavator not found windows. This means in that time they depend on the courtyard to taking the light and ventilation to the rooms through the door. And the house one level, and the excavator he saw two rooms on the second level. And how we know the number of the rooms two? The excavator he not found the two rooms because two rooms on the top, and the wind, the rain affected in it before many years ago. But Leonard Woolley, who excavated in the home in 1922, he found original drawing for the house on a big bricks, and they drawing the house one level, two rooms on the second level. But when the house rebuilt later, they not rebuilt the two rooms. In the corner, 5 shelves. 2 shelves on the bottom original, 3 on the top rebuilt. Most of the excavators they thought kitchen, because the first excavator found smoke here the shelf, and he thought that here unit surfaces because here drainage and their bathroom behind the door on the left hand, 2 small rooms. The excavator he thought the 2 rooms bathroom. Bathroom means shower, not toilet. If you want to go upstairs, 3 stairs, and if you not prefer to go up or from here as you like. But from the top you can see the shape of the house.